Jeez, that was another pretty subpar belch before the video, but whatever. Hello all you wonderful, beautiful, and craptastic people. CraptasticJack here. And today I just wanted to make a commentary. I kind of wanted to make a commentary about this for a while, but just never really got around to it. But basically, the commentary today is basically why I choose PC gaming over gaming on any other platform, and why it's my preferred gaming platform. Now, be warned, I am not an elitist. I am not a PC elitist. I do feel that you should be able to play on what you want, and if you like PS4, go ahead, like PS4. If you like Xbox One, like Xbox One. It's your personal preference, and yeah. So yes, if you like Zebo, go like the Zebo. But this is just, in my opinion, why I feel PC gaming is probably the best platform for me, at least, in my opinion. So without further interruptions, let us begin. Now, first of all, I'm going to touch on the subject of better gameplay, in my opinion. I just feel that it's easier to play games for me, and this kind of goes into what I'm going to say next, but it feels easier to me to play in PC because it's just a lot more easier. Like, there are options that you can use, more options that you can do to actually play a game. If you want to play it regularly, go ahead. You can use a trainer, you can use hacks and stuff like that. It's easier. But overall, I just feel it's easier for me to play on PC. I really don't know why. I just feel mainly because, yeah, I just feel there's better input on PC than there is on consoles, for me at least. But yes, I also prefer keyboard and mouse for most games over controllers. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be playing The Crew with keyboard and mouse, or any Need for Speed game for that matter. I use a Xbox 360 controller for that, but I just feel that with a keyboard and mouse, it's easier for me to play games. And this is in my personal opinion. It feels better. I feel more fun. I have more fun when I'm playing on a keyboard and mouse than with a controller, to be fair. That's just my personal opinion, though, so yeah. I know this is a really touchy subject because I'm trying my best not to sound like an elitist, because I'm not an elitist. I don't think that you should only play on PC, and if you don't, you're a peasant. Like 95% of the PC community. I'm not that kind of person. For me, it's easier to make videos on PC. Like with consoles, you have to get a capture card, which is like $100 for over $100 for a good one. And then you have to have that connected to your TV, and then your console, and then back to your PC. It's all weird and stuff. With PC, it's just easier. You can get fraps for like free through your dirty ways, and you can also, and there are also free solutions to that as well, like OBS. That's free anyway. You can get fraps, you can buy fraps, you can do all that, and really, it's just easier for me to get on to make a video. I don't even need to launch any third party, any like really bad software or something like that. I don't have to set up an Elgato or anything like that. And I can just set up Fraps, set up Audacity, and start recording my video, get my blue snowball here, and start recording. It's kind of simpler like that. And then when I'm done, I can edit on the same platform. I don't have to switch to a different platform. And me having a TV as my main screen, that means I would have to switch it from PlayStation to PC if I were using a capture card, but I don't need to do that since I'm on PC, and it's just easier for me to make videos on PC games and on PC. So that's why all the games you see me play are played on PC. And for me, and this is actually most of the time on PC the games run better. They usually run at a better frame rate and stuff like that. Now, a lot of the times companies don't port their games to PC really well, and they're usually laggy and stuff like that until patches come out, and they're like stutter bugs. Like The Crew has this problem, but a lot of the time PC games run and look better with a better frame rate and better graphics, of course, because yeah, that's PC. But most of the time games run really well, better than consoles. Like when Grand Theft Auto 5 comes out, that game's gonna run awesomely, hopefully. Looking at the specs and looking who's developing the PC version, I feel that game's gonna be awesome on PC. And on the consoles, at least on 360 and PS3, it's locked at 28 frames per second. So yeah, I'm looking to play at 60, 70 FPS here. I have a monitor that's only 60 Hz, so I'll only be see 60 frames per second. But yeah, there are better deals on PC. You have Steam, Origin, Goodman Gaming, Greenlane. I think it's a Goodman, right? Whatever. You have G2A, which is kind of on the more edgy side, but still, you have better deals. you know, like on PSN stores and Xbox One, they have like 10% sales, maybe 20, even 30. On Steam and Origin, it's like weekly that you have a sale of 75% off on a game or something like that. The sales on PC are really good. It's one of the main things that brought me into PC gaming. It's just the deals that you get on PC are just better than the deals you get on consoles. And games are usually run cheaper on PC than they are on consoles, so you have that as well. So yeah, but not so much anymore. But still, some games will come out $10, $20, maybe $30 cheaper on PC than they have on consoles. And another thing you have on PCs that you don't have on consoles is they're more customizable. If you jailbreak your PS3 or Xbox 360, then yeah, you can really customize it. But those two platforms ban you if you try to jailbreak it or stuff like that. They'll ban you if you try to swap fans or you try to mod your console in any certain way. With PC, it's really easy to do. You can just open the side panel, like if you want to install a new hard drive, do a couple things, and boom, new hard drive. It's easier to, hell, I even built a PC, bought my PC here, but it's just more customizable. If your hard drive fails, you could buy a new one off Craigslist or eBay, get it, plug it, replace the old one, plug the new one in, do a couple of software updates and firmware updates, drivers, and boom, you're done. Same with the graphics card. If you want to replace your graphics card, take the old one out, remove the drivers, take the old one out, put the new one in, install drivers, you're done. New graphics card. And it's just easier. You can't do that kind of stuff on consoles. Like, if you want better performance on a console, you can't just swap out the graphics card in the consoles. Or if you want more hard drive space, you can't just buy any other hard drive and just plug it into the 360 or Xbox or PlayStation. You just can't do that on consoles. You don't have to pay to play online, unlike on Xbox and most recently PlayStation. That's kind of self-explanatory. Steam, it doesn't force you to pay to be able to play online with your friends, and on PC you don't have to do that unless it's like an MMO where it's like, yeah. But yeah, but other than that, you don't have to pay for online. There is a more diverse selection of games, and this kind of again explains itself. You have so many different kinds of games. You have like I Am Bread. You have freaking, I don't know. You can go from playing I Am Bread one moment and go to play Just Cause 2 in another, then Grand Theft Auto, then Need for Speed, then The Crew, and there's just a lot of diversity in these games. Just going through my indie games list, you have Bad Rats, Bastion, The Binding of Isaac, Chivalry, Medieval Warfare, I think that's on consoles now, but whatever, Full Mojo Rampage, Retro City Rampage, Rock of Ages, Riding Star, that's a Barbie type game, Tabletop Simulator, Tesla Effect, They Breathe, Terraria, Super Meat Boy. You have all these different kinds of games on PC that a lot of the time you don't see on consoles. And again, a lot of those were just indie games, but still, you have a lot of diversity, more diversity when it comes to playing on PC. Another thing on PC is they can play next-gen games as well as previous-gen games if you want. Like, I could go on my PC and play Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 and at 1 minute, and then decide, hey, I want to play Rivals or The Crew, and I can go play those two games in the next moment. You can backwards compatibility is really good. And sorry if I'm like speaking weird today. I actually had two of my teeth, like I had two cavities filled, and the Novocaine's still kind of on my lip. But I'm trying to speak as good as I can. But overall on PC, it's just you're able to backwards compatible games. And if you want to play a game from PlayStation 2, you can download PlayStation 2 emulator, mess around in it a bit, and boom, you can play your PlayStation 2 game on PC. Hell, that's what I'm doing with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit right now, and hopefully with all my other PS2 games in the future. But overall, they just have better graphics as well as, and also sometimes the older gen games have really well graphics to the point where they're on par with the next gen games on consoles. And this kind of goes with my next thing, which is better graphics, and my final thing as well. But the game, I have a GTX 970 in here, and yes, there is that 4GB VRAM game, but no. My 970 is awesome, and it plays everything I throw at either ultra or high settings, depending on how optimized it is. And the graphics on this are amazing. And I may be sounding like a graphics whore right now, but graphics for me at least do matter somewhat. Not as much as say gameplay or like stability or frame rate, but graphics do matter. I do want a game that looks amazing, and on PC you can get that as well. And it may cost a lot to build your PC at first, but with the deals and stuff you save, you'll save big time. I mean, hell, there's a website I saved like maybe $3,000 just on Steam by buying games on Steam, saving them from their full price. On console I saved like $3,000. That's a lot of money. And considering the fact that my PC cost maybe like I bought it pre-used, it was like not pre-used, pre-built, it was like $500 then. Adding a graphics card it was just $300, so, and a new PSU, it's like $800, $900 for my PC. And overall, saving that amount of money over time is just amazing. It may seem hard at first, but it gets easier, and it may seem like a lot of money at first, but then the return investment of games that you buy on PC is just awesome. You save so much money by buying on PC, playing games on PC, and the graphics are better as well. So yeah, in my opinion, PC does everything consoles do, but better. But if you do want to play on consoles, and hell, I actually want an Xbox One so I can play Forza Horizon and Forza, and I want a I want a PlayStation so I can play Drive Club and stuff. There are consoles that are great for those things, like exclusives and awesome games if you just want to sit down, relax and stuff. Even though PCs can be hooked up to a TV as well and played from there, it's still, I feel, easier to just do, if you want to do a couch gaming session with your buds or stuff like that, I feel it's best just to get a console for that. Consoles are great in their own right, but for me, PC is just where it's at, for me at least. And that is really why I enjoy PC gaming. Anyway guys, that's all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Not already, don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good one.